everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. New man loses so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football. Happy Sunday to you. Hallelujah. I hope you was in church. I hope you had a lovely day, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you're out and about to get your fresh meal on. And get ready for these games that are coming up to you. Marcus Hughes, what's going on? Appreciate you watching. Listen to me. We are here, or I am here, to bring you a little game preview. I got some people here I want to talk to, and I got some people here that think maybe their teams are going to beat my team. I know, you can see, or if you can't see, I'm watching all day, every day, man. Real quick, I have to say, hey, we still in this month. Pick month. We try to tackle cancer. Shout out to our coach coming up on the 1-year anniversary when he got to ring the bell, Coach Rivera. Yo, glad, he still got, still dealing with it, but I'm so very glad that we are able to get to this point. My sister, Kim Crump, is a breast cancer survivor, and hey, shout out to all of you going through it. You already know. So look, we're gonna get into some football here, and you see what I'm wearing. My team, I know, 2-4, struggling, dealing with some things. And you know what? I'm an equal opportunity person. I'm going to bring on people that, maybe the enemy on this day. He's a friend otherwise, but on this day, he's the enemy. My guy, Dylan Walsh, is going to come in here and talk a little Washington versus Green Bay. Dylan, how are you today on this blessed Sunday? How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Well, I'm amped. I'm trying to motivate myself for this game. But talk to me, man. What's up with your team, man? The Packers.
So we had the first game was awful, and then we've been on a 5-game win streak since. But this week we have some big injuries. Kevin King's out. Jair Alexander's out. Zadarius Smith's out. Preston Smith's out. Then we're missing Josh Myers, who just got put on IR. So we're missing a lot of starters, especially on defense. But Darnell Savage was questionable. He's coming in. And, yeah, that's our team.
Oh, interesting. So that definitely means that we're going to pick up the W today then. No. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? He can go somewhere because we're coming to Lambeau. Look, we're coming to y'all, man. Talk to me, man. Your boy is Aaron Rodgers. This is your team that you love. What's he going to do? You think he could carve up our defense?
Well, your defense is supposed to be super good this year, the football team defense.
Yeah.
It's not been good this year.
Oh. It's been struggling. Yes, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. But you just said all these people are out.
Yeah,
so.
We're missing a lot of linemen. Bakhtiari's still out as well. He's not going to be back this week. Yes. So we're still starting Elton Jenkins there.
And see, that's the thing. The middle of our line, Matt Ioannidis, and you got Deron Payne. And these guys, and Jonathan Allen, right? He got his money. He's been dominating. They have been coming through. He's been leading the team, definitely in sacks. Montez Sweat, I know Chase Young hasn't been doing it yet, but hey, he still has 2 sacks. But Montez Sweat has been doing it. So, watch out, man. That front four might put a little heat on your quarterback.
Yeah, and also the Packers really struggle against good D lines, as we saw. Buccaneers last year, both times. A couple times before, especially against the Rams 2 years ago with Aaron Donald. Yep. We were fine with them in the playoffs last year, but whenever Aaron Rodgers is getting hit, we can never win games, is what we learned.
Well, that's the thing. As long as you get pressure on him. Marcus Hughes said Chase Young should be eaten today. I mean, honestly, I believe so with your injured line, but let's be very honest. William Jackson is William Jackson III is questionable for us.
He's out.
But,
he's inactive.
Oh, he is definitely inactive.
Yeah, he's
okay.
inactive. I have the inactives up right now. They got released.
There it is. So he's out. He was struggling even when he was in.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is going to eat, in my opinion.
I think even if William Jackson was going to be in, he was still going to eat. He's just so good.
Wow. Okay. I'll let you have that. It's probably the truth. He probably would eat. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to shout out our injuries. Cosme, he was playing tackle. He was struggling anyway. Curtis Samuel, the groin, he's been back and forth, but he had to get on. Sims is out. Sheriff still out from before. Man, it's going to be rough. I'm not going to lie. But I'm telling you right now, with your injuries and Gibson, who is questionable, he's going to play. He's going to play. Oh, there it is. Well, then they get him on. Him and McKissick, what are we talking about right now?
Our run defense is good this year, finally, though. We're not as bad as we have been the past couple of years. We're middle of the pack this year, which is good for us.
Look, all we need to do is get you to focus on the run, okay? Focus on it. We'll put it over the top. You know what Heineke can bring to the table, and this is the thing. This is the X factor right here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the X factor. Taylor Heineke, okay, has a special connection to Green Bay with his late father, and in games that have an emotional impact on him. We saw what happened in the Falcons game, which is where his sister lives. He plays above and beyond. I'm predicting it right now, ladies and gentlemen. 31-17, Washington in Lambeau Field. Let's go.
My prediction is 34-10 Green Bay.
Wow. 34. Oh, my God.
Okay. I have a hatred for Taylor Heineke now because I started him last week in fantasy over Kyler Murray, and he did nothing.
Yes.
Against the awful Chiefs defense.
But okay. All right. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much for saying that, because that we did the same thing. I did it, and another friend of mine, Will Kramer from Washington Football Weekly on Wednesday nights, we did the same thing. We all played him. Listen, in our defense, he had 20 plus fantasy points in 3 straight weeks, including against Buffalo. So
and then we was going straight to the worst passing defense in the league. So it's it should be an easy one.
Exactly.
And then
there was logic behind it, man. Yes. All right. I'm with you.
I think it's because McLaurin got hurt right away, and he was in and out. So without McLaurin, Heineke doesn't really do anything.
Yes.
So,
exactly.
Who's the next receiver on the team? Because Logan Thomas is out.
Still.
Yeah. He's going to be back soon, though, right?
No, he will be. He's supposed to be back in the next coming weeks. Blame Scott Turner. Marcus Hughes is saying, hey, the play calls need to get better. I agree.
They need to use Heineke's legs more as well. He's actually a very good runner.
Well, what he has been saying in a lot of the interviews is he feels like he's been thinking too much. He's been pushing too hard as opposed to just playing, and actually I was watching one of the coaches' interviews and the coaches' show this morning, and Rivera was saying in that game against Atlanta, he had the emotional connection. He played just from his heart. He just went out there. He balled out. He didn't think about it. He said, I don't want him to have, I know he has the connection with Green Bay. I don't want him to have to be, I understand that that's upsetting, but still play from that emotional side. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to lead him to a victory.
Yeah. That's about.
You agree? Oh, good. I'm glad you agree.
No, that's the only way they have a chance at winning is if Heineke, because I think the Packers, they're going to score a lot. So as if the Washington football offense can keep up with the injured Packers defense, because Eric Stokes, who's been really, really good this year as a rookie. He's been nice. He ran a 4.27 as well. He's really fast, so he can keep up with McLaurin. And then we're starting Isaac Yiadom at the other corner, which it's just because no one knows his name shows how injured we are. And Chandon Sullivan in the slot.
Yeah.
Because Isaac Yiadom used to only play special teams for us, but now he's starting.
Exactly. So why is he starting for y'all? Is it because of the injury?
Because Jair Alexander's out and Kevin King's out.
Uh-huh.
So, Yeah.
Okay, so good. We'll exploit that. Thank you. I'll pass that along to my team.
But we can see our new rookie Shamar Jean Charles we drafted in like the 5th round out of Appalachian State. He's probably gonna get playing time this week because we have no other corners. So we get to see new players, see if he's like the next Richard Sherman.
This is great.
5th round player.
This is beautiful news. Okay, because that means we can torch your defense. I think high scoring. I mean, you said 34-10. I'm saying, 31-17. I'm saying let's get a little scoring action, but our defense is going to show up. And look, Aaron Rodgers has played a game where he threw up almost a goose egg against the daggone Saints where he went down 33. So it's possible. We need this.
I feel like our defense, though, like especially because you have a banged up O-line, I could see Rashawn Gary getting like 3 sacks this game would be my prediction.
3 sacks. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Kenny Clark could have a good game. He had a nice game last week against the Bears. Had a couple sacks.
Okay. Let's see what he can do. All right. Let's go ahead and preview before we go to the next thing. Let's preview kind of the future. Let's say you guys win. You guys go to 6-1.
Yeah.
Where do you what are your expectations? We already know the Last Dance stuff. Is this it? Like, are you going to the Super Bowl? Like,
so Devontae, we have no cap room after this year. This is the last year of us. Devontae's probably gone after this year. Rodgers is obviously gone after this year. So we're gonna have to start rebuilding like right after this year. So if this game's gonna be huge, and then Thursday night when we play the Cardinals, that's another huge game.
Yeah.
So if we can win those, get a good playoff seed, and have a chance at least to probably lose in the conference championship, to be honest, but because we're the Packers, but chance to make the Super Bowl, that would be the best way we can do this season.
Oh yeah. I like that. And I believe my team will first try to win the division, and then if we can make the playoff, that's icing on the cake. Or being realistic and knowing the intricacies of it. I understand this hard schedule. Let's break even, get a good draft pick, work on the quarterback situation. Next year, watch out. 2022, baby.
Also, NFC, let's see. NFC, the Niners and the Seahawks were like 2 teams favored to be the wild card spots. They're banged up. Yeah. So the football team could get the wild card spot because there's not many other teams as well.
We could most definitely get the wild card spot if we play
for
the
Cowboys actually good for once.
Yeah. It is. Devontae should come to DC, but it won't happen. Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, we have Vegas right now to join with his college quarterback, Derek Carr.
Ooh, so that would be nice. I'd be interested to see how that whole thing plays out in Las Vegas. Listen, we are going to keep you here dealing with us because I know you, being a Green Bay fan, are also a fan of the NFC North. And I got to bring my guy on from the NFC North, my guy from Chicago. 1/3 of Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable, Nicholas Rosario. What's up?
Well, good afternoon, good morning, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Well.
That's very good. I hear what I've been listening since the show started. I know.
Okay.
You want to talk about Chicago, Tampa? Do you?
I want to see what you have to say about it. You saw what we were talking about in your division,
sure.
And we're going to help your team and in Washington, and we're going to get the victory.
Somebody would, because we can't beat Green Bay, so somebody should.
Oh, good gracious!
That's true. I mean, again, though, that notwithstanding, the week is over. Now we got to focus on Mr. Brady, your favorite player, the guy who throws Super Bowl trophies.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I'm telling you.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of I think to me, there's a lot of things in this game in terms of for Tom Brady himself, because you know how Tom is. Tom's one of the most competitive guys you'll ever see on a football field. And there's a couple things playing. Yes, Mr. Handy, you smell smoke all right, my friend. And if Sean makes me mad, it's coming. So here we go. Yeah, do it. He wants to smoke. No, but remember, there's 2 things at play here. We beat them last year in the now famous Tom forgot it was 4th down thing.
There's a new 5th down now.
So that's one thing. Tom has not forgotten that. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He doesn't forget stuff like that. And there's a second thing at play here. He's 2 touchdowns away from 600. So that's in the back of his mind too, to get 2 touchdown passes to hit that 600 mark for total touchdown. And again, we all know he's got the record, so everything he does just adds to the record. It's like you're getting a new record every week because every time he throws a touchdown, it just adds to the record.
Right.
So again, Tom's got plenty of motivation. Obviously, he's got a few injuries, which they're key injuries. Don't get me wrong. Losing Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski, which is 50% of his offense normally, is out. So you got to get guys like O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate to step up. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, still got weapons. So it's not like he's depleted of anything. But we know that Brown and Gronkowski are 2 of his favorite targets.
Right.
So now he's got to go elsewhere with the ball. Maybe they try the running game with Fournette and Jones. Who knows? That experiment, for the most part, I think it's about 50-50. Like some weeks it's worked really well, and other weeks they just, crap the bed.
Yeah.
So, but those are the key injuries for Tampa. Also, Richard Sherman's out, of course, and Levante David, which is a big one.
Yeah.
Because the Bears, we like to run the ball.
Yeah.
And
also, the Bucks corners coach is out, and Richard Sherman is the interim corners coach for them while he's gone.
Is that what he's doing? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, there you go. So there
you go. You got to earn your keep over here. All right.
Oh, you can't play, but you're going to do something, Richard.
You're going to do something over here.
We brought you over here. You're going to do something, son. Yeah. So there you go. Well, so there you go. So, so there's a lot, again, I know people, Justin Fields on the other side of the ball. People will throw out the say what? Yeah, people will throw out this is the largest gap between 2 starting quarterbacks in NFL history, 22 years or whatever it is between Brady and Fields.
Yeah. It's always going to be like that week to week now.
Well, it is, because then when you play Zach Wilson, that's 22 years, because they have the same birthday, so that's exactly 22 years. Like the whole, they got this thing mapped out already every time he plays somewhere.
Wow.
It's but yeah, so the Bears. Here's one important, because this is what bothers me. Is because, like I said, I'm a huge Bears fan, but I'm also realistic.
Yeah.
And I know that the offense is still really trying to find itself. And it's really tough when, like 1 week the line looks pretty good, and then the next week they look like a sieve. And you're just like, what happened? Like, can we get some consistency, please? Like, I really am starting to get frustrated with this stuff, because you just said, we have the makings of a good offense with Justin Fields as our quarterback. Yes, he's a rookie, but every week he gets more and more reps. He knows what's, he's a little bit more comfortable in the offense now. You can still see some of the nervousness, maybe making throws you shouldn't make, which we saw last week.
Is Herbert a help, though? At least
Herbert was a great help in terms of the running game, because the kid, it's like, well, okay.
98 yards and a touchdown.
I'm not going to say we forgot David Montgomery, but you're like, wow, this kid's pretty good.
Right.
But again, let's see how he follows up this week against that Tampa. Again, with
the Bears probably have one of the better, I would say, the top 5 run blocking offense with Tevin Jenkins as well, who's just a big.
Who's not playing, though?
He doesn't play anymore, but he doesn't even play. You aren't starting Jermaine Ifedi at right tackle.
Well, but this is what I'm saying. Like, we've had to patch stuff all year. And that's what I'm saying, is that 1 week the line looks like they've passed the hump. And then the next week it's like, well, we forgot what happened last week, and everybody come and get our quarterback.
And now they have how many sacks do the Browns have?
8, thanks.
8.
You wanted to bring that up, all right, smart guy? Go ahead.
He's got the Packers on. What do you expect? You knew it was coming.
Good. Oh, you want to start, huh? I thought you were all right, but what is that? 1-4 NFC Championship games there, pal?
Wow.
Calm down there, little Dylan.
Wow.
I mean, the one win was against the Bears, though.
Yes, it was.
Oh, no.
I knew he was going to go there. I know. I was waiting for that.
I remember BJ Raji's pick 6.
Yeah. See, he told you.
I love it. I love it.
He loves it. All right.
No.
All right. I'm going to come over there to Virginia and give him a haircut. Looks like he hasn't been to the barber in a while.
Let's go. Well, look. All right. So, what do you think is going to happen, man? All right. Be honest.
Okay, what do I think? What do I honestly think is going to happen?
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay will win the game. I don't think it'll be by 13.5 like the line says. I know that's, people are like, they're going to crush the Bears, but I don't think so. I think the Bears defense has been playing well enough that they can keep us in the game. Again, if Fields can somehow manage to pull off a couple of, spectacular plays or whatever, we got a shot. But again, realistically, Tampa should win this game. I'm going to go, oh, hell, let's see. Brady, like I said, needs 2 touchdowns to get that 600. You figure maybe they run for another one. So let's just say we'll go 24. You know, it could even be a repeat of last one. It could be 24-14, Tampa over Chicago. So I'll stay there. I'll stay 24-14. Again, do the Bears have a shot? Of course they do. But we really have to stop Brady. We just have to put pressure on Brady. Like, you know, he's like any other quarterback. You give him enough pressure, he folds like a card table.
I would say it's even less because it's Brady. Brady falls down as soon as there's pressure.
Right. He doesn't want to get hit. Let's be honest. He doesn't. So he will go down if he's pressured enough, like Mr. Dillon just said. So we really got to get the pressure on him. That's the biggest thing. Because again, then he's got, you know, he doesn't have time to throw, which is what you want. Because when Brady has time to throw, we all know what happens.
Well, right. But you gotta
realistically, right. So I want the Bears to win, of course, but I'll go 24-14 Tampa.
Okay, gotcha. Dylan, I'll give you a chance. Try to be nice as a Packers fan.
No, it's all right. Go ahead, man. Talk all your. Again,
honestly,
you can talk
59-0.
This game, I feel like the Buccaneers might be an upset watch because I like the Bears' defense against the Buccaneers' offense. Those worked out very well with Khalil Mack. So I feel like Khalil Mack had a nice game last year.
Yes, he did.
And
Akeem Hicks is out, and so is Tayshaun Gibson. So it does put a little crip in our defense. But the line, I mean, with still Roquan, Khalil, Jalen Johnson's playing well. Yeah, so I think we're good. Like I said, I'm hopeful that somehow we can pull this out. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's going to be more of a low score. I would say 17-14 Tampa Bay.
Really? Okay.
I think it's going to be a closer game.
Okay, so look at you. Look at you, my friend. All right. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's going to be the blowout they're predicting, that 13 and a half. I was like, what? I saw the line and I almost choked. I'm like, come on. I know the Bears are not true.
It's going to be honestly, no. I think Chicago's going to win at 23-17.
Oh,
I think your defense is going to come alive.
Washington. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Bears won.
No, I'd be happy for it. Believe me, I'd be ecstatic.
Nobody's going out any limbs. All right. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you like it is. Because you know what? I'm going to do it because Dylan's on the show and he hasn't seen it. As long as on that other sideline is a man that does things like this.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
And disgraces the integrity and degrades, okay, just the beauty of that trophy. You know what?
Dylan, he never lets us go, man. I see this video like once every week. I'm telling you.
It would be so funny if that fell into the lake, though.
Right.
No, well, see, that's what I'm saying. I was hoping it would, just because that would be hilarious. Like, somebody's got to go and fish the trophy out of the river now.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Somebody go in there and get it. That would have
made Brady go get it if it fell in the lake.
Yeah, right? Just go get it, Tom.
Let him hop in there.
Throwing Super Bowl trophies for it.
Let's go. All right. I'm leaving y'all both in here because I think you guys both are in on this, doing a great job on this conversation. And I got to bring in my guy. We're going to move on to the next game. The man that this man says they're moving the goalpost on. They had a shockingly amazing victory over the upstart Chargers last week. And this week, they are playing a division rival, an upstart Cincinnati Bengals. My guy, the host of Big Nate Talk Podcast, Mr. Nathan Snell.
Oh, hey! What up, Nate?
What up, Nate? What's going on?
Yeah, here we go. Okay. This ought to be fun.
So I just want you to know, okay, because I'm an equal opportunity hater, all right? Yeah. And your top left corner, wait, from you, top right, top left, yeah. There's a also, I know he's wearing that green and yellow, but he's also a black and yellow, okay? The family is full of that, so I just don't, if there's any friction, just want to let you know. But go ahead and talk about your Ravens, my man. Go ahead and talk about your Ravens.
Oh, well, we coming in this game. We're 5-1 after us. Felt like a one-sided game to me last week against the Chargers. I feel like the offense is coming together. There's still some things I'm not liking. Guys still got to work on catching the ball. I can see why some of the coaches in practice, I've heard this in the press conferences, particularly wide receiver coaches, they really emphasize like Hollywood Brown, Blake, and all them using a soccer ball. So, we lead the league as of this coming in this game in drops. I think it's like 11.5%. It's 11.5%. Since Cincinnati's, I talked about it in the last night on my podcast. In the first 6 weeks, they've contained their opponents under 100 yards. So rushing. So I'm kind of curious to see how Baltimore will mix it up. The defense, I felt like did a good job. Patrick Queen, I think that is doing too much I think he does too much, tendency to do too much. And I think that was good for Martindale to come out with that. I mean, it's only his second year, and I think it's kind of weird to hear some Raven fans come out and say, "Man, we should not have drafted him." Like, second year, you're already like throwing the white flag on. I think that's crazy to me. But I think it should be an overall good game. I expect a well-competitive game from both sides. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, prediction? You got a prediction in here?
Yes. What did I say last night? I said 27-17 Baltimore.
I can dig it. Okay. Now, I'm going to actually do something that's I'm going to give you a chance to talk on something you definitely, you and I have gone back and forth on it, and I'm also going to give it a chance, give the panel a chance, because I think there's a lot of smart minds in here. I'm going to ask this question. Do you think it's fair, the criticism they give Lamar? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to first bring it to Dylan, and then I'm going to go to Nick and then Nate, because we already know you cover this a lot. And I'll start real quick. Personally, no. Obviously, I do not think it's fair. This is a win-now league. We got to get to the top. You got to win it. When you have a guy that's 45 plus, 5 years from, 50, and he's winning it. It's like, why can't you? Heisman coming out of college. But it's not fair what they do to him. It's not fair because obviously he doesn't have the team all around him at the same time. It's just they build up different walls, different things. He's an amazing quarterback. He gets the job done. Any of us would love to have him on a team. But there are some drawbacks, and I can see them. So, Dylan, I'm going to bring him to you. Do you think it's fair, the criticism to give Lamar Jackson?
No. He's probably top 5 quarterback, won MVP 2 years ago. He has really good passing stats still, even no matter what people say. He doesn't have as many weapons as other players do. So the weapons really make the quarterback look better. So without the weapons that like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers has, he doesn't look as good, and he gets a lot of criticism because he also runs a lot. Just because he runs a lot, he gives him a lot of criticism. Like, you don't see, even though Kyler Murray runs a lot, you don't see the same thing as him. But since Lamar Jackson is really good at running the ball, he gets more criticism at pocket passing because people need to find one flaw about him. So I don't think it's fair whatsoever.
I like that. All right, Nick, what you got, man?
Well, no, of course it's not fair. Like, let's look at it this way for a moment. Let's say he's drafted by a different team. Let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, he was drafted by the Packers. And he's got Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, and this is him as a rookie playing with these guys. Different result than when you're in Baltimore playing with guys who are not even half on the team anymore.
Yeah.
Like from Lamar's first year, I don't think anybody of his starting receivers are on the team, are they?
No.
The only one I can remember is Willie Snead. Right. I know he's not on the team.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, like you said, people are like, oh, he can't throw. Well, no, he hasn't had receivers to throw to. And when he has, they haven't exactly helped him out and made him look good.
Exactly.
There's a lot of drops. There's a lot, wrong routes. There's whatever the case is. And the thing is, yes, of course, he runs because he can and because he's had to in Baltimore. Look at it. I mean, even now, who are his running backs? They're all hurt. Now today's
Latavius is hurt now. They're starting Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman.
You're starting Devontae
castaways
and Le'Veon Bell, who are two guys, right, who are journeyman NFL running backs right now is who you're starting this week in Baltimore. So again, Lamar Jackson could be your leading rusher this week.
Yeah, it's really hard to have a good passing attack when your only target is Mark Andrews that can catch the ball.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Yep. So, yes, you can sit there. Again, quarterback is the premier position. Sean and I have debated this endlessly.
Yeah.
They get all the credit, but you got to, they get all the negative attention when the team doesn't win, but then they also get all the credit when they do. It's a thankless position. NFL quarterback is the best position in football for a reason. It's a premier position. You carry the team. You just do. That's the way football is. The quarterback carries the team. Yeah. So you're going to get the criticism, but I think in this case, it's really unfair to Lamar. And again, this year he's showing you that even without weapons, he's carrying this team. They're 5-1.
Yeah.
You've beaten premier teams in a couple of games. So don't tell me that this team sucks or that Lamar Jackson has put this team on his back and they're moving. Yeah. And so whatever your feeling is, that criticism is totally not fair. And again, but now this is a good test for Lamar, I think, because as Mr. Nate had said, the Bengals defense, it's a trap. They do not let people run on them. And again, what is Lamar's biggest thing? When he gets in trouble, he's scrambling, he's out of there. Yep. He's going to run. So as long as they have that shadow on him, I think it's going to be a lot tougher today. And I'm sure the Bengals are aware of this. They're not blind. So that you have to keep a guy on Lamar Jackson at all times because he's going to run on you. So I think this is going to be more of a low-scoring game. And I think the key to this game, to be honest with you, is the combination of Joe Burrow and his college wide receiver. His boy, Jamar Chase, baby. Because let me tell you something. If those two connect even once, you're going to see the fireworks fly, my friend. And I'm telling you,
I agree.
Do not underestimate these two. This is a combo for the future. If these guys, let me give it the line that Ab hates. If these two stay healthy, the AFC is in for a lot of trouble in the next 5 years. Because these guys are both dynamic, and these guys are both phenomenal football players. So I'm looking for a low-scoring game. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Nate. You're not going to like this. I actually think Cincy pulls one this week. I just think everything is in their. I think everything is in their favor too, given the injuries that Baltimore has.
Sure,
if they can contain Lamar enough to where he doesn't have a breakout game. I think Cincinnati wins a close one of those like 20, 24-23, 24-21 type games. So I'm actually going to pick Cincinnati this week. But again, I'm still a Lamar fan. I love Lamar, and hopefully, people just leave him alone and let him play football, right?
And the Ravens' best offensive lineman, Ronnie Stanley's done for the year. Ankle surgery.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So thank you, Nick. And we'll address some of these comments. Marcus Hughes said, "Could Baltimore sign Devontae Adams? Is that a possibility after this year? After this year, not this year.
It all depends on the cat."
Yeah.
And then Anthony Haney said, "I don't know what is the deal with Holly Brown. The kid was top tier in Norman, Oklahoma, when he was in college."
Well, you don't.
I don't.
He has he's definitely shown flashes. He's showing actually catch the ball.
You got it.
Right.
You got to put like sticky tape on it. You ever get to see the movie Unnecessary Roughness?
Yep. Where they put the sticky tape on the hand.
The guy Featherstone. They're like, no, don't throw it the stone hands, because every time the guy just hit him in the hands and the ball would just fly off.
Yeah.
It's like it's like he's got a curse or something on him. He can't,
But then he has the one catch against the Broncos where he lays out in the end zone and makes that catch.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So Nate. So all right, man. This is your team. You already know about it. You talked about it and addressed it multiple times. Do you think it's fair to criticize? I already know the answer, but go ahead and give us how you feel about this.
I mean, the criticism from the standpoint of, come playoff time, I understand it because, unfortunately, quarterbacks, they're going to get all the praise. They're going to only get all the glory. And Lamar Jackson is a superstar. I understand that. That's warranted. But when you look at this season, he's working with less.
Mm-hmm.
No other quarterback right now warrants that kind of criticism. No disrespect, but everyone has come up with the Kansas City Chiefs and has pointed at, their defense has been terrible, which is a fact. But no one's been like, look at Patrick Mahomes, and exactly, he hasn't been himself. But notice how they'll just sweep that under the rug and point strictly at their defense.
Right.
When you look at Lamar Jackson, I said it last night, give me your top 10 quarterbacks and look at their number one receivers compared to Lamar's.
Yep.
You know, Willie Snead, he had half a season with Michael Crabtree, John Brown, Seth Roberts. Miles Boykin was to me was another number 2, 3 wide receiver. He hasn't panned out. Rashard Bateman's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
Nick
He's
Boyle
playing today, though.
He's playing, yeah, for sure.
We'll
Nick
see if
Boyle's
Rashad can do something.
for sure. Hollywood Brown, real quick. I just want to just had to look back at his draft. I just want to let you know this is what we potentially passed up on. Other than N'Keal Henry, Deebo Samuel, AJ Brown, Miko Hardman, DK Metcalf, Dante Johnson, Terry McLaurin, Hunter Renfrow, Darius Slayton, Scotty Miller, Kevon Harmon, just a few names.
Yeah.
And we took Hollywood Brown with the 25th overall pick. Like what? Like his wide receiver, like he did not. Now I want to put this out. I'm not calling them out and saying they can't play, but I'm simply saying they have got to step it up. Yeah. Like I was watching, like First Take the other day. Mia Kynes, you know, she said something that really stood out. You know, we don't look at what's around Lamar Jackson. Okay, yeah, we lost to the Buffalo Bills, but let's keep in mind the Buffalo Bills offensively, they only scored 10 points. If Justin Tucker makes those 2 field goals and Lamar Jackson, the game was decided by the pick 6. But when I'm seeing this whole season, this so far, I'm still seeing the same thing from last year. I'm seeing like against Detroit. That should have been a blowout. We should have beat them. No disrespect to Detroit Lions, 34-3.
Yeah,
but we kind of gave that game to Detroit. If Hollywood Brown doesn't drop those 2 passes, that's a difference maker. We just gave Mark Andrews a fat contract. I'm just saying, like, you got to look at what's around him. And I think that's where I think it's fair to criticize him, but to criticize him and look around him and going, well. You have a speedster like a Deshaun Jackson, in my opinion, who one game shows flashes and the next minute is like nowhere to be found. Another wide receiver who's like 6'4". Last time I saw that was Bashard Perriman, and that didn't work out. And I say he's like that, but I'm just saying you can't turn it off and you can't turn it on. And I hate to say it, but Eric DeCosta at some point is really going to evaluate the talent around Lamar. Like, it's just simple. Like, Lamar can, if we're saying in this position right now, Lamar can take this team, carry the load, come playoff time, that's too much. Yeah. The others around him have got to step it up. Yeah. And the injuries itself, it doesn't warrant that there's it's just a plethora of injuries that we don't need. When you lose your all-pro left tackle for the whole season, me personally, he should have been out the season. Really, he shouldn't have been playing at all this whole season because he really didn't look ready to play to me, especially against Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know, and then it bothers me that, you know, Orlando Brown wanted out, but actually, when I look at it, hindsight 2020, I think the trade kind of worked out in our favor. We got the wide receiver. We got a wide receiver I think like Lamar is going to enjoy, and we got some a linebacker. I think it could be potential rookie of the year.
So, yeah. So again, it's not fair. It's not, but again, what I always tell you is make it not fair. Just like what Jimmy Johnson said to the Miami team in 1987 for the game against Notre Dame. Don't leave it in the hands of the refs. Don't leave it in the hands of somebody else because it's not going to be fair. That's the way it's rigged to be. You go and do it in spite of that because they can't say anything against it.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, he did it even with all the nonsense we brought to his table. So, hey, keep it moving. Lamar's doing his thing. You see he's having an MVP type season.
For sure.
And I absolutely am hype about it. But listen, hey, we are here. We are less than 10 minutes for the 1 o'clock games. We want to do really quick while I got these guys with me. Want to do a game rundown. game day rundown. We're going to go through the scores quickly. We're going to give our quick scores. And Nick, I'm also going to give you, I'm looking over here on ESPN. I'm going to give you the stat lines, like Green Bay gives 8.5, that stuff.
Sure.
And you can do what you can do with that with the Knicks picks.
Right.
We're going to start. We already talked about it. Washington versus Green Bay, 1 o'clock on Fox. Green Bay's getting 8.5. Green Bay's 5-1. Washington's 2-4. I'm saying we pull the upset 31-24. I'm going 31-24. Give Aaron Rodgers a little bit more. Dylan, what did you say? You said 30
I said 34-10 Green Bay.
Yeah.
34-10 Green Bay. Nick, what you got?
Yeah, I say Green Bay covers the 8.5. I say they win by at least 10, so I'll go 31-21.
31-21. And Nathan, what you got, man?
I said it last night. I didn't even guarantee it. I said 42-10 Green Bay.
42-10. I can dig it.
Big bug. Yeah.
I could dig it. All right. In a game that means a little bit something to us divisionally, but it's funny because one of the teams was the same win total last year. 1-5 New York Giants, who stink.
They always stink.
They always stink. Yes, good. Yes, sir. Saquon is out against the 3-3 Carolina Panthers. They went 3 up and then they went 3 down.
Yeah,
I'm going to start with you, Dylan. What you think? What's your score?
Panthers 24-0.
24-0. Oh, nice.
Nick,
it's Carolina's getting 3.
Yeah. I think they'll beat them by more than 3. I would take the Carolina -3. And again, I think that maybe, the Giants, Daniel Jones will at least hit somebody for 1 touchdown. So maybe they get a field goal. Graham Gano's a good field goal kicker. Let's go 24-10 Carolina.
Gotcha. Nathan, what you got?
31-3 Panthers. Guarantee.
Ooh,
He guarantees.
Yeah, I'm going.
But they want like Kenny Galladay on my fantasy. I'm just kidding.
You're right. I'm going like 45-0, man. Saquon's out. Shepard is questionable.
Their whole offense is out. Just say their whole offense.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Darnold's gonna get like 2. I'm gonna get like 2 rushing touchdowns. He's done it 2 games before this year.
Carolina gets back on track with a victory, I think. Yes.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right. Moving on. Next game on this list. We talked about it before. Nick, I'm coming to you first this time. Bengals versus Ravens. It is at 1 o'clock on CBS. Bengals get 6.5.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. Baltimore's giving up 6.5 points here in this game. And I thought they'd win in a close one by 3. So I would take the Bengals plus 6.5 and say that they win by a field goal 24-21.
Yep. Nathan, what you got?
Ravens 27, Bengals 21.
There we go. See?
I got
Which
Ravens.
would make the Bengals the winner if you take the 6.5. They'd win by half a point. Plus 6.5. Take Cincinnati.
I gotta go, Nick. I just think it's gonna be really close in the division. I think Bengals 28, Ravens 27. Dylan, what you got?
I got Ravens 28, Bengals 23.
Okay.
Nice.
I like that. Moving on, the Kansas City Chiefs at 3-3 are playing the 4-2 team that just won the against Buffalo, the Titans, with King Henry on the roster. Nathan, you still with us? Okay, yo.
Yes.
1 o'clock. Kansas City's getting 4 on CBS. Titans, Chiefs. What you think, Nate?
I think it's going to be like when they played the Buffaloes. I think it's going to be a game, but I think Derrick Henry's going to carry them. I'm going to say 34-30. Titans.
Titans, nice. I'm going to say like 27-10. I'm going to say the Chiefs have more problems than I might have previously noticed, and I think that Derrick Henry is running all over the place right now. I don't think he's stoppable right now. Dylan, what you got?
I have Titans 31, Chiefs 20, and I think Derrick Henry's going to run for 250 or more yards.
Woo!
Whoa. Now that's some smoke. Take that.
I like that. I like that.
Okay. Right.
Nick, what you got?
Well, see, here's the thing. I had to make a quarterback decision this week, and I ended up, after I flipped about 4 coins, I ended up with Ryan Tannehill as my starting quarterback this week in one of my leagues. So I'm like, I'm hoping Tennessee wins the game, so I'm going to pick them. And you said that Kansas City was getting 4?
Mm-hmm.
They're plus 4?
No, minus 4.
they're -C, so Tennessee is not favored to win this game. So that means
Yeah.
Tennessee's getting 4 points. So I'll take Tennessee in the points, and I'll say maybe a 10-point victory with, like you said, Derrick Henry running all over that bad Kansas City defense.
Yeah.
So let's go. We're going to go 31-21.
Nice. All right. And since we are like 2 minutes before the games, we're going to go rapid fire really quickly. I'm going to say a game and then call a name and then move on. So Falcons, Dolphins, Dylan, I'm coming to you.
Dolphins. 24.
All right.
Falcons.
What's say again? Go ahead.
24-21 Falcons. I'll have to go with now.
Okay. Jets, Patriots, Nick.
Oh, Jets, Patriots. Here you go, my friend. I say Patriots, though. I think Mac Jones is coming along well. The Jets are still trying to find himself with Zach Wilson, but I like the matchup of the rookie quarterbacks. I'll say it'll be a close game. We'll go 21-17.
Nice.
Patriots.
Nate, Eagles, Raiders, Nate.
Raiders.
I'm going to go next. Lions versus Rams. In the return of Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff, they're going back to see their other teams. Detroit Lions get their first victory.
That make me crazy.
Had to call it. Sorry, guys. Had to call it.
That's
It
all right.
has to happen.
We shall
You're
see,
due.
right? We shall
You're
see.
due. All right,
see.
Dylan. Texans versus Cardinals.
Cardinals 45, Texans 31.
Ooh,
Oh,
I like that.
I like this kid.
Oh, and this couldn't work any more perfectly than this. The Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers going to Nick.
Well, they're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I was going to say, I don't think we're playing the Bears this week.
Right.
I mean the Bears and the
I know.
Buccaneers.
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we know
I'm
from
sorry.
one grade to another, right? Aaron Rodgers. Then never mind.
Yeah, it is.
All right. As I said, I think
excited.
the Bears cover the spread because it's a 13.5 line. But I do think Tampa Bay wins 24-14.
Yeah.
But if you're a gambling person, take the Bears in 13.5.
I like that. And the last one, the Colts against the 49ers, Nate, at 8:20 and NBC.
I'm gonna give Carson Wentz and the Colts to win.
Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, I like that. And I will take the very last game. The Seattle Seahawks play against the New Orleans Saints on ESPN, 8:15 Monday night. I got Jameis getting things done, getting the victory in the Jameis versus Geno duel. I got Jameis doing his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have to get out of here. The games are starting right now. Hope you got your fantasy lineups checked. It's too late now, but I hope all that is good. For myself, Sean Spencer, my guy, you see him over here, Mr. Dylan Walsh. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Yeah.
Thanks
My
for
guy,
having us.
Mr. Nicholas, I want to smoke Rosario down there. And host the Big Nate Talk podcast, Mr. Nathan Snell. Yes, sir.
One Nathan under Snell.
Yo, tune in. We will be here. We're going to be talking football all week. So if you see our faces, you know you're in the right places. Let's get it in. All right, we will talk to you. Hey, happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope all is well.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The Lions. The Lions. New music, so funny. Kirk Cousins. Woo!
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.